Alright, super quick update on the TIP ETF. I noticed a very interesting fractal which just seems to become more and more correlated every single time I look at this chart. Now, I did just record a video on my thoughts on what's happening for the stock market and Bitcoin, so be sure to keep an eye out for that video. I would have posted that beforehand. We just had some FOMC minute data which is causing the markets to break down to the downside, and since this data has come out, the TIP ETF has also started to break down to the downside. Why is this important? Well, if you're new to the channel, the TIP ETF is known as the Treasury Inflationary Protected Securities, hence the name TIPS, and we look at these because they're a leading indicator for the market. I've made videos about these before, so I'm not going to dive into, fundamentals too deep into this. All you really need to know is these are a leading indicator for the S&P 500. We've got the S&P down below, we've got the TIP up above. You can see the TIP ETF broke down into new lows on the 31st of August, and it wasn't until the 30th of September that Bitcoin and the S&P 500 broke down into new lows. So this is a very important chart to keep our eyes on. Now, let's talk about this similarity very quickly. Like I said, just going to be a quick video. We've previously talked about this fractal, which I believe is playing out, where we've broken down. If I zoom out a bit, you can see this monumental macro bear flag breakdown. We formed the bear flag, and then we broke down to the downside. You can also see here another macro bear flag, brutal breakdown, established this bear flag, and we obviously quite haven't yet broken to the downside. We talked about this similarity. We talked about the similarity in which you can see these two red circles on the chart. Over here we had a failed move equals a fast move in the opposite direction. Over here we had a failed move equals a fast move in the opposite direction, which basically means when you have a breakout, which is a failed move, a failed move being that you don't break out, back test, and then continue pushing up. It means that you break up, you come back for the back test, and you fail, and that is always what causes a fast move in the opposite direction. We talked about that similarity. Here's one other thing that's developed in the past few days. Now, let me show you in the previous example. You can see we broke down after this failed move equals a fast move in the opposite direction, and we came down to this sort of area, which was a higher low from here, a higher low from here, a higher low from here, and a higher low from here, although it was a lower high from this area here. And what happened is we broke down and we bounced back up, and when we formed a lower high, we formed it in the short-term moving average. We started putting in a couple of red candles and falling from the short-term moving average, and that is what caused the final capitulation through the bottom of this bear flag. Now, you can see the exact same situation over here. You can see since this failed move, we broke to the downside and we formed a higher low right here. A higher low from here, a higher low from here, higher low from here, and a higher low from here. But once again, just like over here, this was a lower high from the top, also known as the failed move equals a fast move in the opposite direction. What happened the last time this happened? We got rejected from the short-term moving average, and within a few days, within a week or so, we absolutely plummeted into new lows. This is really all I wanted to update you on this video, just a super quick one, but we have in the past 2 days come up to the short-term moving average, and we're starting to head down to the downside. This is not a good sign for the TIP ETF, and as we previously discussed, the TIP ETF is a leading indicator for the rest of the markets. If the Treasury Inflationary Protected Securities aren't safe, then you can bet the S&P 500, the Nasdaq, and Bitcoin are going to be the next ones which will start plummeting through the floorboards. So all I've got for you for this video, as always, my friends, it's been your boy Cowboy Trades. If you want more of this content, if you want more economic data, be sure to head over to my Twitter at 618_cowboy. If you enjoy the content, leave a like, comment down below, share the videos with your friends. All I've got for you for this one, just a quick update. Cowboy out. Peace.